For context, our town has an unofficial Facebook group for adult trick-or-treating. You can sign up in the group offering to provide alcoholic beverages to adults that show up requesting a tipsy treat. People make a real effort to find creative cocktails to offer, and our block is exceptionally awesome, in my not humble opinion. This year, we and a few of our neighbors decided to participate, and we all set up in our driveway, both to allow us to hang out together and to reduce the effort required by tipsy treaters to visit several homes. All was well until my wife and another neighbor's partner decided they needed to see what the other participants in the event were offering. They went around the neighborhood to visit other homes and returned with two guys in tow. One of the dudes was a home brewer like me, so we immediately had something in common to discuss. I invited them into my home and offered them several of my personal creations. All good, everyone is having fun, and I offer them to help themselves to whatever they want from my personal stash. After a few hours, one of the guys politely excuses himself and heads home. By this point, there were close to a dozen people hanging out in the kitchen and enjoying increasingly inebriated conversation. No big deal. Everyone lives within walking distance. We are all neighbors. Drinks are flowing, and everyone is having fun. Well, eventually two of the guests, one of which being the stray my wife brought back, start having a conversation about the upcoming election. It gets heated, and the stray cat alternates between crying and becoming aggressive with the other guests. I was out of the room when it started, but as soon as I returned and saw what was happening, I tried to end the discussion in the interest of everyone's good time. This is a party, not the place for political nonsense. Well, Stray Cat would not let it go, despite repeated attempts. When it was clear he would not move on, I asked him to leave. He refused, at least 15 times. At one point, I had to stop another guest from physically removing him, as I was hoping for a peaceful resolution that let everyone continue enjoying their evening. Well, long story short, after I announced everyone needs to leave because of this foolishness, he continued to stay and refused to stop forcing a conversation about politics. He accused me several times of supporting a candidate I loathe, and I finally had enough. I told him for the last time he had to leave, or I would remove him. He refused, so I pushed him several times until I finally got him out the door. For none of this do I believe I'm an asshole. I avoided striking him. I avoided him being struck by any other guests, definitely a non-zero probability, and he was trespassing for at least 30 minutes after being asked to leave. Minor physical contact to remove him was the kindest option, and I'm proud I chose it. However, after he was out of my house, he absolutely refused to leave my property. He felt compelled to continue his argument for an hour in front of my house. I finally threatened to call the police to make him leave, and he refused to believe I would do it. He kept on with his rant and threats to my neighbors. Where I might be the asshole is that he works as an attorney. Police reports about his behavior could affect his status with the bar, and he claimed to have a new baby at home, probably why he was at my house drunk and being stupid. I obviously don't want to ruin his career over a drunken mistake, but I feel like he left me no choice. But I understand the fact people do very stupid things when they are drunk. I've been there. I've done that. And I'm fortunate that few of my dumbest inebriated moments led to greater consequences. That said, his behavior was unhinged to the point I felt like I needed a public record of his behavior in case he decided to damage our property or worse. So, AITA for calling the police on a drunk attorney and father and risking his career because he refused to leave my property.